it's your girl Juni. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time to my channel, you are highly welcome, and to my returning subscribers, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. So today I'll be showing you how to cut and sew this cow gown with a shoulder pleat. So make sure you watch to the end so that you'll be able to understand how I achieved it. Please like, subscribe and share this video. Thank you. So this is the material we'll be working with. It's a Mikado fabric and it's 4 years, and this is the Ankara print that we'll be using to design the front part. So first, I've already folded the fabric, the 4 years of the fabric together. I'm cutting together. I folded the first and fold the second time. I'll be cutting the front and back together. So here I'll be inserting the full length of the gown. So the next thing I'm going to mark is from center back to the sleeve, where the sleeve will end, and this is 29 inches from center back to where your sleeve will end. Make sure you add enough allowance for the pleating. So here I'm making use of 29 inches. So the next thing I'm marking is neck width of 3.5 and neck depth of 1.5. This is for the back. So from there I'll be marking 9.5 inches for the front. I'll go ahead and curve it. 1.5 for the back and 9.5 for the front. So from the shoulder, no need of shoulder slope. So from the shoulder I'll be marking 13 inches for the opening of the sleeve. So from there I will come in by 3 inches. So the next thing I'll be inserting is the hip length. I'm making use of 24 inches. Then from there I will get to the knee, from shoulder to knee length. So on the knee I'll be inserting 17 inches. This will serve as the beginning of this cow point. $17. It will enable me to walk freely. So from the knee point I come down by 3 inches. Please, the starting point of the cow curve will start at the 3 inches points, 3 inches that I came down by, not the new. I made mistake in marking this, but while cutting it I corrected it. It will start at the 3 inches that I came down by. So on the full length I inserted the 17 inches on the full length. So that is it for the drawing. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. Just watch carefully, you understand what I mean by the cow points. It's starting from here, the 3 inches. So after cutting the sides, I will go ahead and cut the back neck first. So after cutting the back neck, I'm cutting the front and back together. I will separate the front from the back. Then I will go ahead and cut out the front. So after that, I will slash the front into two. Open the front pattern into two. That is, I'm slashing it. This is how it's looking like. So the next thing I will be doing is to run stitch on that place that I slashed till the new. So this is how it's looking like after I finish sewing and ironing it. So this side I will be adding hemming gum to iron it down. So this is how the front is looking like. The stitches stop at the new points. So I open the down part. So this is how it's looking like. So for the pleating, the first thing I'm going to do is to get the midpoint of the neck. This is the midpoint of the neck. So from there, I will mark the shoulder measurements. So from there, I'm marking the shoulder measurements. So I will trace the 1.5, which is the back neck. This is where the back and front pattern meets. Remember, the back pattern is the back neck is 1.5, while the front is 9.5. So from that shoulder, I will come down to 13 inches on this side. Then I'll come down by 13 inches on this back side also. Get your shoulder point, go in by 13 inches on the front pattern, come down by 13 inches on the back pattern also. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to connect the 13 inches together. Remember, I'm marking this on the right pattern, on the right side of the material, so mark in such a way that it will be able to clean. So from that shoulder, I will mark outsidewards 4 inches. This is for the first pleating. 4 inches. Then I will hold it this way and pin. So after pinning the first pleating, this is how it's looking like. So I will go ahead and make mark the second pleating. Let me make this visible. So from that point, I will mark 2 inches. This is the distance between the pleating, 2 inches. You can make yours 1 inches depending on the fabric you are working with and depending on the quantity. That is how long your sleeve you want your sleeve to be. So from that 2 inches, I mark 4 inches again for the pleating, for the second pleating. So I'll go ahead and pin it this way. This is the second pleating. So for the third one, I'm only left with a small 6 inches. So I'll make use of 1 inch for the distance of the last pleat will be 1 inch instead of 2 inches. If you have enough material, you can make use of, so you can make everything to 2 inches. So I'm marking 1 inch. So from that 1 inch, I will mark the 4 inches as usual for the pleating. After that, I will go ahead and pin the last pleat. You can make your own pleating to be smaller, maybe make use of 3.5 inches or 3 inches, depending on how bold you want your pleat to be. So after I finish pinning, this is how it's looking like. So I'll go ahead and pleat the other side of this material, that is the other sleeve. So this is how they are looking now. So I'll go ahead and sew down the plates. So this is where I have finished sewing down the pleats and iron. So the next thing I'm going to do is to turn the neck part. I'll be making use of this material to turn the neck part. So the material is underneath the fabric. I'll go ahead and trace out the neck. So after tracing it out, I'll go ahead and trim the excess, that is the unwanted area, out. So this is it after trimming it out. The next thing, I'm going to sew it down like this. So after sewing, I'll flip it over to the right side. Make sure that you notch so that you will have a relaxed turning. So this is how it is looking like. If you're making use of a square design like this, now is okay for you, but here I'm making a kind of V design, so I'll go ahead and trim and trace out a V. So I'll cut out the unwanted area so that I'll be able to achieve that shape V. If you're making use of a square, you are okay. At this point, you trace out the shape that you want, after which I will go ahead and sew it down this way. So this is it after I finish pinning. So I will sew it down, and the next thing I'm going to do is to put the inner belt. I'm adding inner belt. This is 3 inches wide and the length is 27 inches. You can make use of any length that you want. So I'll go ahead and fold it this way and turn it out. So I'll finish turning it out. Just watch and see how I'm going to insert it. So this is it, how after I finish inserting it, it's exactly at the under bust. You can add yours at the waist point, but here I want it to snatch from under bust. So the next thing I'm going to do is to fold the sleeve, then join the bodies. This is how it's looking like after everything. Please like and share my video. Thank you.